Aquarius, my name is Gregory Scott and this is your astrology forecast for May 2015. It's really a pleasure to be here with you today. I'm going to have a look at the astrology and see how that influences you. And the first thing that I've noticed is that Mercury moves from Taurus into Gemini in your 5th house on the 1st of May. And what that means is that you start this month off really communicating in a romantic sense, really communicating in a fun sense, and really being focused on the more kind of light-hearted themes of life. That's really important to you. And Venus, the goddess of love, is in that sector as well. So romance is going to be a big theme. Gemini is about communication, so there will be a lot of potential for that. So if you're in a relationship already, make sure you communicate with your partner. If you're single and you're looking for romance, May is the perfect time for you, Aquarius, to find that new partner because you come across very well, you're charming, you're engaging, people will find you funny and will want to be around you. The 4th of May is the time of the full moon, and that occurs for you in Scorpio in your 10th house. And what that means is the full moon is a blossoming and a real coming to fruition. And you will feel a certain way about your work. You will either love your work and really feel, yes, I'm in the right place, I'm doing the right thing, I will be, I'm in the right job at the right time, this is perfect for me. Or you will have the opposite experience and you'll really start to feel, I hate this job, I need to get out of this. And we have moments of clarity, and that's what this astrology is all about, because certain things just happen. And it's like, why today? Why did it happen on the 4th of May and not the 4th of April? It's because of the influences. And you will feel one way or the other about your job, and that will then help you make decisions. So if it's the 1st, thank God I'm in this job, you stay in that job. And if you start to realize that you don't like it, then that gives you scope and it gives you the means to change your job and to look for something else in future and to make plans for that. Venus goes into Cancer on the 8th of May. And that happens in your 6th house of daily routine. Again, Venus is the goddess of love, and a consideration for you is also, and mainly going to be for you this month, romance. And how is romance going to be a part of my life? And how is it going to be a part of my existing relationship? Or how is it going to come into my life if you're single? So that's a big question for you as well. And so far you're questioning different things. You're questioning your work, you're questioning the state of your romantic life, and that's really the theme so far. And asking questions is good, because the more you ask, eventually, ultimately, you will get answers. Whether you like the response or what the answer actually is another thing, but you do get answers to your questions, which then allows you to make changes. Mars goes into Gemini on the 12th, and that again happens in Gemini, so the drive for romance and the craving to be really communicative and chatty and engaging and connecting with another person is really, really strong. So I would suggest that you get out there and then you connect with people, because at the beginning of the month it's a desire. When Mars, which is, the soldier, the god of war, the male principle, the desire, steps in, it's like, this has to be done. There's no compromising there. I want to have romance in my life. I want to connect with someone else. So if you're in a relationship, it's a great time to talk to your partner and see what you both want to do. If you're single, it's a great time to discover what you're interested in, what kind of person you'd like to be with. Again, big questions that will really give you some useful answers. The new moon occurs on the 18th, and that happens on the cusp between your 4th and 5th house. And you now start to get a little bit heavier, and you start to think, how can my relationship develop into something that's going to be part of my family? What do I want for family in life? And single people can ask that question, and people in relationships can ask themselves that question. Do I want to end up married with children? Do I want to be married with no children? Do I never want to get married? All of those things are important, and for you, Aquarius, is a time of real brainstorming in May. And it's interesting because May traditionally is the month of the bull, okay, and it's very practical. And you're an air sign. And it's interesting that now in a very practical month, you're taking off into your head. It's almost like you're retreating from all of the practicality, and you use this time to understand what's going to happen for you in future. So the things you think about now and the decisions you make are going to be instrumental in shaping your future moving forward. But May so far is all about the head, and it's very much cerebral and kind of mental exercise. Now, Mercury goes into retrograde on the 20th of May, and that slows things down a little bit. So that desire for romance and the desire to communicate effectively with another person, and for them to not only communicate with you, but to see into someone else's soul, that's a powerful drive. That kind of slows down a bit, and Mercury stays in retrograde until the 12th of June. If you are interested in what a Mercury retrograde represents, then please have a look at the video I did on that, and it will give you some more information. But I don't really see this retrograde being particularly troublesome for you, because it's in your 5th house. The only thing that could happen is that the romantic drive or the desire to seek out a partner will slow down. It's not going to cause you any other major issues. Okay? The month finishes for you really with the desire to meet new people again. So you're really on a process of discovery, and if you can't figure out what you like by yourself, then you go out and you see what's out there, and you're really doing a lot of research and you're really doing a lot of thinking, and that's great. I mean, the more you research now, the more you will know later on. So I'm going to draw a card for you here, and the card is the King of Swords, which is amazing. The King of Swords is ideas, and it's about thinking, and it's about making decisions, okay? So if you feel like you're not getting anywhere and you're just going round and round in your head, don't think that. Really, you are kind of being discerning among all of that activity in your mind. You're doing research, you're weighing things up, you're seeing what works for you, what doesn't, and it's important for you to get this information now to make decisions later on. If you'd like some guidance, what you're supposed to be looking for, what direction you're supposed to be researching in, if you feel totally at a loss, then please get in touch with me via my website for a private reading. It's gregoryscott.com. Just click on the readings tab for more information, and please remember to subscribe to the channel. Have a fabulous May, and rest your head once in a while, and I will speak to you soon.